Hey all, welcome back to the channel. I'm so glad to have y'all here. Welcome to another edition of Before Bed Tarot Spread. I am Shylita. If this is your first time here, make sure you hit this like button, make sure you hit the subscribe button. I'll be doing many more videos to come. But yeah, I hope everybody's having a really great Sunday. It's currently Sunday, so whichever day it is that you find this or this finds you, timeless. So yeah, if this video has found you, I hope that the messages that I give out this evening resonate. And again, don't forget to hit that like button, okay? Um, as I conclude my birthday weekend, I'm feeling really good. I'm feeling really good. I did not ask for much for my birthday. Some family asked me what I wanted to do, and I just told them honestly, I just wanted to eat good, and that's really it. Like, food is my love language. But yeah, I enjoyed this time of just really doing a lot of self work and growth and um, trying to really fine tune my niche. And I heard something recently about your purpose or being purposeful that really kind of stuck to me, and I'm going to say stuck with me now because I do intend on taking that advice and carrying it to the future with me. I heard that, you know, you don't find your journey finds you. And I was talking to a friend of mine, and they told me that they actually FaceTimed me and said that they just wanted to see my glow, my face, or what have you. I guess to feel my energy rather. And he, they were just like, you know, how you laugh so hard, you know, when I told them that they're the type of person in my life that makes me laugh so hard that I start to cough. And it's one of those like heartfelt, deep from the soul, like just freaking hilarious, funny, hilariously funny to me. And I think it's beautiful when you can be light for other people, and you guys can continue to, you know, grow individually, but still find a peace and love. Ugh, I'm getting emotional, but it's good to feel that feeling for the people that you came up with and love. So, um, as I talk about your purpose finding you, within that moment, I felt a sense of that, and I know it's a part of my purpose along my journey to be an example of light. I consider myself a light worker, a light barrier, because I have recognized the light inside of me, and I know what, excuse me, I know what really being in the moment with my love and my light, you know, that self love, I know what that feels like. So to be able to have someone outside of me, you know, it's all about self love, self care, and recognizing that within yourself first, of course. But to have that acknowledgement outside of myself is completely gratifying. You know, all I really want to do in life ultimately and wholeheartedly is to be of service, is to lead with love, and just live a happy and peaceful life. And I know that that may sound simple, but it fills me up. And yeah. without making this video too long, because I see we're approaching 5 minutes. These have been getting long, y'all. I did not foresee these videos being like 20 minutes, 30 minutes, but I feel like it's a good chunk of time to really get some good advice and heartfelt information. So, yeah, we're gonna try to stay within that time bracket or less, but I'm only doing my job. So, if the universe calls for more, then so be it. Okay, so we just gonna hop into it. I think I'm gonna start with the original Rider Tarot deck, and then we'll close the video off with Oracle card from the Work Your Light deck and the Money and Law of Attraction deck. Okay, so we're just gonna hop into it and see what it's gonna give. I want y'all to do me a favor too. If you are still watching this, leave me something that you do for yourself in the comments that helps you enter a more peaceful state. Okay? What do you do? And it doesn't have to be a long, drawn out answer. It could be whatever you want it to be, whatever you're willing to share. That's not to discourage if anybody wants to give a full descriptive answer. I'm all for that as well. You know, speak what's on your heart. But what's something that you do that helps you find peace or helps you get back to a peaceful state? It could be breathing exercises, it could be meditating, it could be anything. But if you don't mind sharing that with me and the collective, whoever, you know, gravitates to this video, just whatever's on your heart, whatever you feel may help the next man, because, you know, interdependence is what we are striving for, at least over here, Charlita's corner. Interdependence, because, you know, we're not walking this earth alone. Okay, any more cards? No. Okay. So we got the Hierophant, we got the Page of Wands, and we've got the Ten of Swords in reverse. Okay. So let's start off with the Hierophant. So for those of you who are not familiar with tarot, I'm just going to give a brief description of each card and kind of sum up the overall energy of what I feel. So the Hierophant kind of symbolizes the traditional status quo type of mindset. It also could symbolize marriage as well. The Page of Wands here kind of goes with newly formed ideas, redirection of energy. It can also, sorry, my bad. I just got to click off something on my computer. Inspiration, ideas, discovering new things, limitless potential, and also somewhat of a free spirit. And the Ten of Swords in reverse. Now, this can upright, it means kind of like the symbolization of being done with something. As you can see, maybe ending not in the greatest of situations, because of course you see this man lying down here with the knives in his back. But in the reverse, it kind of seems like the knives are coming out. So when the Ten of Swords shows up reversed in the tarot deck, it kind of is a welcoming to a newfound sense of hope after maybe a struggle or a hard time. Um, so yeah, I can definitely identify with these cards right here. Definitely personally, just reevaluating, my journey and how far I've come and the things that I'm looking forward to creating in the future. Um, all in alignment with being, true to myself and my gifts and my path and my passions. Um, but still having a sense of, just that traditional foundation. Because I also think about in terms of, family wise and just being that support system, having a really great home life, being a provider for my family. And yeah, so y'all hear Max in the background. I'm loving these cards that came out in the deck. So, oh, and for those who don't know, Max is my toddler. And he'll make an appearance in one of these videos one of these days. But for right now, he's enjoying Soul, the movie, that is. Okay, so we're going to hop into the... Hold on, yeah, let me see what he want real quick. Okay. And then back and I got him all situated. Of course, I edited the time span out, so y'all don't know how long I've been gone. Anyway, um, yeah, I'm gonna get into the Work Your Light deck right now. Before I do, I just wanted to touch on a little bit more of the Ten of Swords and why I feel like the Ten of Swords reversed has come up particularly. Um, I can speak on my behalf as far as my healing journey goes, as far as anxieties. Usually, and I don't really know why because I've been doing this YouTube thing for some time now, but still in moments of anxiousness, my throat is like, it gets so freaking tight. Like, not to the point where I feel like I'm breathing, but just more so like I have to work a little bit harder to get out what I want to say. And that's why I wear my blue appetite. That kind of helps with opening up the throat chakra and having more of a voice. It's so powerful to get to this point for me along my journey because I feel like as I embrace anew, and even though it feels a little anxious moving through to a newer part of myself, a more authentic part of myself, that it could feel a little bit like an internal conflict, like an inner battle. So the Ten of Swords reverse can also symbolize like an inevitable ending. Like for me, I feel like I'm growing and life is going to occur in ways in which you have to grow through it, or you can choose to stay stagnant. And I've grown to a place where I just can't anymore. And some people will call that a tower moment in the tarot deck, where it's kind of like the universe forces upon a change. Universe life makes you a little bit uncomfortable in your comfort of dysfunction to make you want to change. And I can definitely identify with that. And I'm pretty sure you all can relate. But yeah, for this card to come up, in addition to the Hierophant and the Page of Wands, again, just embracing a new, really allowing the old to just fall to the wayside, letting go, and yeah, even though sometimes I may feel a little bit of anxiousness, I feel like happily I'm getting through it and I'm conquering those tough parts of myself that I want to change and starting anew, really. So I just wanted to share that with y'all before I hop into the other two oracles. But yeah, let's jump into the rest. Deep breaths help me overcome and ease my way through anxious feelings. And I think that I'm really learning more self acceptance and learning that it's okay because I feel like I'm a creature who has no problem giving love and showing love to others, but when it comes to showing love more so to myself and being kind and gentle and calm and patient with myself as I evolve, um, it could feel like, you in a boxing ring. Just because you want to, because you can perform better, you can do better, and being okay with the journey, being happy along the journey, and knowing that it's like, okay, you're trying, patting yourself on the back, because I promise you, now that I'm a mom, and again, I have to give myself credit because I can be a bit tough on myself, but I have to remember that I've never been a mom before, not in this life anyway. And as I learn, I'm going to make mistakes, and it's important to embrace your mistakes and not to be hard or to look down on yourself or allow the world to, put their 2 cents in. You're trying your best, and that's all right. Okay, as long as you put forth the action and you're showing up for yourself and for source, and you're like, I'm taking the things that I've learned and applying them forward. As long as you're putting your best foot forward, that's all anybody could ask for. Nobody really knows what anybody else goes through internally and externally. So yeah, okay. 1, 2, let's see. Universe, do you have any more cards? I just heard 2 more. So let's see. Okay. Alright, I'm just going to pull from the Law of Attraction a little bit too. one of them fit? Let's see. There we go. Okay, so we've got the great gathering. It's all coming together. Intuitive Hits Soul Tribe. Love that. And Sisterhood of the Rose. Beauty and Devotion. Priestess, Mystic, Teacher. Yes. Like this video if you know who Mor's Day is. Yes. I'm so silly, y'all. Okay, and the last two cards were I can follow the trails of good feeling thoughts. This came up in the last video. If you haven't seen the last video, go check that out. And that's number 51, equaling number 6. And this is I can always tell a different financial abundance story, number 25, and that equals 7. Okay, so I'm just going to read from the Work Your Light Oracle deck book for these messages. Okay, the Great Gathering is on page, drum roll, 69. Okay, the great gathering is all coming together. Intuitive Hits Soul Tribe. Okay, you are being called to let your intuition move you physically. You are connected to a group of souls who are weaving a web around the planet. And as you travel and share your creations, something is rethreading. This card is an acknowledgement that you are either being called to connect with others who are like you at a soul level, or that you already are. You are being called to gather groups of people, either by leading them or becoming part of a group that can support you and your soul's personal mission. You are part of a group of souls who agreed to be here at this time in history to heal yourself, your ancestral line, and the planet, to raise consciousness so that we can continue to call this magnificent place home for eras to come. One of many consciously choosing to devote your life to something greater than yourself. It's time to call in your tribe by sharing your soul's voice and letting yourself be seen. When you share what is real and true to you, and you share the medicine that you most need, those who are like you will gather around you. You and your tribe, they are just like you. And just as you are longing and searching for them, they are longing and searching for you too. So, Work Your Light activation. It says to hold this card to your heart and say, I choose now to let myself be seen. I am ready to call in my soul tribe and create a web of light all over the planet. Ashe. Come on, y'all. We here. I'm coming home. Okay. We are home. Okay. We just coming together. Okay. And the Sisterhood of the Rose is on page 78. Okay. This card says, beauty and devotion, priestess, mystic, teacher. The Sisterhood of the Rose is a lineage of priestesses and mystics who devoted their lives to serving humanity and seeding light consciousness all over the earth. A cross section of ancient lineages, it is the path of devotion and beauty. Walking this path means being devoted to seeing and creating beauty wherever you go. The rose symbolizes the heart and the sacred geometry of all life. You are being called to notice the beauty around you, particularly in nature, and hear the whispers of Mother Earth. You are being called to spend more time in nature, as all the ancient secrets live there. Mother Earth is constantly whispering. Spend time admiring her creations, and you will be rewarded with insight and grace. You are being called to take a little more time to both notice the beauty that exists all around you and contribute to the beauty of the world in your own way too. This could be through your own creations or in the little things like how you dress to picking flowers for your home. Every time you devote your time to creating beauty, you harmonize the planet a little more, and the shift in vibration can be felt. Surround yourself with beauty and create beauty wherever you go. I love that. Okay, last two. Raise this up a little bit more. Okay. I can follow the trails of good feeling thoughts. And this says, most people have put anything that earns money in the category of quote unquote the things that I have to do. And that is why the money comes often so hard. If you are wise enough to follow the trail of good feeling thoughts by deliberately looking for positive aspects along your way, you will you will come into vibrational alignment with who you really are and with the things you really want. And once you do that, the universe must deliver to you a viable means to achieve your desires. Lastly, I can always tell a different financial abundance story. What anyone else has or does not have, rewind and start that over. What anyone else has or does not have has nothing to do with you. The only thing that affects your experience is the way you utilize the non-physical energy with your thought. Your abundance or lack of it in your experience has nothing to do with what anybody else is doing or having. It only has to do with your perspective. Excuse me. It only has to do with your offering of thought. If you want your fortunes to shift, you have to begin telling a different story. Okay? So, in conclusion, with the overall cards, and I encourage y'all to look up these meanings to these cards, especially in the original writer deck, just for your own clarification, your own interpretation of how you see fit. But just an overview, we had the Hierophant, the Page of Wands, the Ten of Swords reversed, the Great Gathering from the Work Your Light Oracle deck, the Sisterhood of the Rose, and lastly these two that I just mentioned. Okay, and this is from the Money and Law of Attraction deck, and I'll be sure to link some links below in the description box, just in case y'all want to dive a little bit deeper for your own convenience, at your own convenience. Okay, I hope these messages helped. per usual, always. And yeah, I look forward to catching back up with y'all, sharing the word, spreading the light, coming more into alignment with my soul tribe, all that good stuff, all that good energy. Mm, giving it to y'all. Okay. Catch y'all in the next one. Okay. Have a good night, good morning, good afternoon, good day, period. Okay.